Okay, so the first two legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire are Kyogre and Groudon. So they are the mascot Pokemon of the game, and they are version exclusives, which basically means you can only get Kyogre in Sapphire, and you can only get Groudon in Ruby. So you basically need to encounter these guys in order to progress forward in the game and in order to beat the game, essentially. And so basically what you do is, after getting your 7th gym badge and after chasing down either Team Aqua or Team Magma underwater, you want to go to Sootopolis City and basically just go to kind of the left side of the city, which I don't really need to tell you what to do. I'll just show you. And if you go up here, you'll see Steven and the gym leader of Sootopolis City, Wallace. And there's just some text here. It's relevant to the storyline, but it's not necessarily relevant to what we're doing here, so I'm just going to kind of skip through it. Okay, so once you're in here, there are actually encounters in this little cave area. I believe they're around mid-30s or so you're probably going to want a Pokemon at least level 40 in the front of your team. If you want to actually avoid these guys. I don't know why I went back in the bag. You're also probably maybe gonna want a Pokemon with Flash. Obviously, for any area like for any area with Flash, you don't need it, but it makes the area less tedious to get around. So yeah, I mean this area is really straightforward. So honestly, it was kind of useless for me to use Flash, but whatever. So you're just gonna follow this little path down, and then right up here, you're actually going to pick up HM07 Waterfall, which you do need to get to Victory Road and to progress in the game, and you really can't miss that. But yeah, and then when you get down here, there's Kyogre, and if you were playing Ruby, obviously that would be Groudon. They're each level 45. Kyogre has, I believe, the moves Hydro Pump, Calm Mind, Ice Beam, and then I forgot what, no, and Body Slam. And Groudon has Fire Blast, Earthquake, Bulk Up, and Slash, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what they have. So, yeah, what you're going to want to do is just step up here, and then it'll just activate the little cutscene, and yeah, that's Kyogre and Groudon. Okay, so next up we have the Regi trio. That is Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. Now, I'm going to show you first how to unlock the locations that each of the Regis are in, and then I'm going to show you how to go up to and catch each of the individual Regis. So, first of all, to unlock the Regi trio, you're going to need 3 things. You're going to need a Relicanth, a Wailord, and a Pokemon with Dig. So I'm starting off here in Fall Arbor Town to get Dig. If you go in this house right here, and you talk to this girl, she will actually give you TM28 Dig. And I found the easiest thing to do is to just go ahead and catch a Zigzagoon and then give Dig to that. You could give it to one of your Pokemon that you're using for your team, but honestly, I don't think it's that great of a move, so I don't want to waste a whole slot on it. So yeah, I'm just gonna give that to my Zigzagoon right now. And next up, I'm going to show you how to get a Relicanth. Now go to Sootopolis City. And you're going to want to surf and then dive and exit the city. So we're going to dive here. Alright, now, this kelp, or this water grass, I don't know what you call it out here. I believe Relicanth has a 2% chance of appearing here. Whatever it is, it's really low. It took me about a half an hour maybe to find one. I actually killed the first one I found, and then I had to find a second one, and it took me about an hour in total to find 2, so yeah, about 30 minutes each. It is kind of annoying though, because Pokemon, it like takes a lot longer for them to like pop up here, it seems, underwater than it does above water. But yeah, if you look around here long enough, maybe like 40 minutes, you should eventually find a Relincanth. Just remember, just stay in the seaweed or whatever. So now I'm gonna dive up and I'm going to show you how to get a Wailord. So first I'm just gonna go ahead and fly to Pacific Log Town, because that is where we need to go in order to actually, you know, go to unlock the things. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my Pokenav right here just to show you something on the map. So right here, Route 129, Wailord actually have a 1% chance of spawning here. Now, a lot of people would kind of rather go to Moss Deep City and actually go ahead and get the Super Rod, because I believe if you use the Super Rod outside of Pacific Log Town or Moss Deep City, I believe you have something like I think you can get Wailmers up to like level 35 or something like that, and then you just get them up 5 levels and they'll evolve into Wailord because they evolve at level 40. But I have found that the most efficient thing to do is to just go to Route 129 and just run around until you find a Wailord, because it doesn't require any leveling up. It can be a bit tedious, I don't know. I mean, just pick whatever you would rather do. I honestly think it's easier just to find the Wailord. But yeah, so then you're gonna need Wailord, Relincanth, and Pokemon Dig in your party, obviously. And you're also going to need Surf and Dive, so just go ahead and give that to your Relincanth or your Wailord. And you're going to want to surf at pretty much the lowest part of the city. And what you're going to want to do is, basically, this route right here, just kind of stick as far to the bottom as you can. Because that's going to bring you to where you need to go. So we're just going to keep surfing as low as we possibly can. Alright, and now we're going to be brought to here. Now you can just surf right here. Surfing about, like, the middle of those, like, about in the middle of that, that little island or whatever. And you're going to want to dive here. No, I don't. I accidentally pressed B. Just go through this door. Yeah, you can't run into any Pokemon down here, so it doesn't really matter. Now, right here, it's going to tell you to dive, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to dive up. And that's going to bring us into this little cave called the Sealed Chamber. So what you're going to want to do, right here, it's actually Braille, and it's telling you to use Dig. So go to your Pokemon with Dig. Go ahead and use that, and it'll open this little door right here. Now, I think this is actually, it says, I think it's first comes Relincanth, last comes something about, basically you have to put Relincanth in the front of your party, and you have to put Wailord in the very back. Once you do that, just go ahead and talk to this again, and the music will stop, and it'll actually begin to shake. Now, basically, what this does is this unlocks, yeah, it actually opened 3 doors far away. This basically unlocks 3 different little passageways that allow you to catch the 3 different Regis. So I'm just going to cut out here, and I'm going to show you how to get each individual Regi. I'm going to do that now. Okay, so first up, we have Regirock. Now, all you're going to need in order to get Regirock is a Pokemon with Strength. So you're going to want to start off in Lava Ridge Town right here, and you're going to want to go right to the desert. So I already have a Repella because I don't want to run into wild Pokemon, but yeah. So once you get to the desert, you're just going to want to go to the right and then go down. Now go down until you see this big little stone pyramid here with 6 other stones. Now if you hadn't already unlocked, if you hadn't done that thing I just showed you, there would be no door here, but after you do that, there's a little entrance. you go in here and you read the Braille, and it's actually telling you to go right 2 steps, down 2 steps, and then use strength. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Anywhere, any other little, any other square, any other place you'd be standing on here, strength wouldn't work. So you go in here, because that opens a door, and that is Regirock. Now Regirock is going to have the moves Super Power, Ancient Power, Rock Throw, and Curse. He's going to be level 40. He's more tanky than anything. He's not that, like, strong, like, physically or whatever. He's more of a tank, but he is still... he's a legendary, so it was a pain to catch. But yeah, that's Regirock. Okay, so next up we have Regice. Now, in order to get Regice, all you're gonna need is a Pokemon with Surf, and you're gonna have to have done that little unlocking thing that I showed you before. So you're gonna want to start off in Petalburg City right here, and you're going to want to go to Route 104 and just go left. I'm just gonna put up a repel right here because we are gonna be surfing. I don't want to run into wild Pokemon, so yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and surf right here. That's gonna take me down. I've not battled any of the trainers on here, so I'm gonna try to avoid them. Hopefully I will. If not, I'm gonna have to restart recording this clip, and that's, you know, it's gonna be annoying. I almost ran into that one right there. But yeah, you're gonna want to come to this island right here, and then you're gonna want to surf again. Let's avoid him. Wait. Alright. Okay. So now, look, we got another stone pyramid with six little smaller stones surrounding it. You're going to want to go in here, and again, if you hadn't done the unlocking thing before, that would not have had that little entrance there. So you're going to want to speak to that, and you're going to want to sit here for 2 straight minutes. I'm not making this up. I'm not screwing with you. I swear to God. You sit here for 2 straight minutes. You don't press any of the buttons. You could probably press A or B or whatever. I don't know. But don't move around on the map, don't move the D-pad or anything like that. You sit here for 2 straight minutes. I'm probably just going to speed this up or cut through it until everything is, you know, until I've waited the 2 minutes. So, yeah. Okay, so after you wait the 2 minutes, a little passageway here is going to open. I was actually checking my phone right there. You go in, and there is Regice. Now, Regice is going to have all the same moves as Regirock, except Rock Throw is going to be replaced with Icy Wind, so it's going to have the move Super Power, Ancient Power, Curse, and Icy Wind. Again, it's level 40, and again, it is more tanky than anything. So, yeah, that's Regice. Okay, so finally, we have Registeel. So what you're going to want to do in order to get Registeel is you're going to want to go to Lily Cove City, and you also need a Pokemon with Fly, which you should probably already have on your team because, you know, like, no one wants to just walk and surf around the whole map. So, I'm just going to use a repel right here so I don't run into wild Pokemon again. And yeah, so you're just going to want to go left right here. So you're going to want to go to Route 120, oh my god, and then come up here. And once again, there is another little stone kind of pyramid thing surrounded by 6 smaller stones. So, there's no waiting for 2 minutes in here. However, read this, it's actually telling you to go to the very center of the room and use Fly. So go right here, use Fly, and again, if you were anywhere else in the room, you're indoors, so this wouldn't work. So in here is Registeel. Like before, it has all the same moves except for one that the other ones did, and it's level 40. Like I said, it has Super Power, Ancient Power, Curse, and then Metal Claw instead of Rock Throw or Icy Wind. This one is kind of more of a balance between tanky and like powerful in terms of attacking. But yeah, it's about as big of a pain to catch as all the other ones. So that's Registeel. Okay, so next up we have Latios and Latias. So after beating the champion, you'll be sent back home to your room. If you go downstairs and you check the TV, if you're in Ruby, it'll say something about a blue Pokemon flying around Hoenn, and if you're in Sapphire, it'll say something about a red Pokemon flying around Hoenn. So if you're in Ruby, so these are version exclusives. So if you're in Ruby, you can get Latios, and if you're in Sapphire, you can get Latias. So these are roaming legendaries, and basically what that means is they will pop up on random points in the map, and when you exit or enter an area, that area that they're in will change. So, say they're like right here. If I went to if I exited that route and I went to Little Root Town, then their location just changed. And then if I exit Little Root Town and go to Route 101, then their location will change again. So basically, the strategy that pretty much everyone uses for this is you want to have a Pokemon that is lower level than them, or at the level of them, which is level 40, at the front of your team, but it also has to be higher than all the other Pokemon that are in the area. So really the best thing is to probably just go to go to Little Root Town, because that is like the lowest level Pokemon. Just look for them on Route 101. So I have my Electrode that's level 37 in the front of my party, and what you want to do is basically just get up a repel, so it'll repel all the Pokemon that are lower level than you away. And then you want to hop on your bike or something, or you could just walk around and just look around in the grass a little bit. Now, just do this for a couple seconds. If nothing pops up, then leave, and then come back to the area. And then do this again, and again, and again. And eventually, if you're lucky enough, or like, if you're lucky, it could take like a minute. If you're unlucky, it could take like an hour or something. But basically, you just want to keep leaving and re-entering the area and checking the grass each time and making sure that you have a repel up so that you will only run into them if you do run into a Pokemon. But yeah, the thing is about them though, on the first turn that you encounter them, you can use a move. Yeah, you can use a move or use a Pokeball, but after that first turn, they will just automatically flee. They won't use a move or anything. They'll just run away. So you can either use a move like Mean Look or something, which you can get on Golbat, but what everyone else usually does is you just save the Master Ball that you got earlier up until then, and then you have like 100% chance to catch them. And that's what I would recommend doing. Just save your Master Ball from earlier. Don't use it on anything else. Don't use it on Kyogre, Groudon, or any of the Regis. Just wait until you need to catch Latios or Latias, and use the Master Ball on them. That is the best thing to do. But yeah, they each have Water Sport, Psychic, and Refresh, but Latios has Luster Purge and Latias has Mist Ball, which those are their signature moves or whatever. But yeah, just use that strategy of leaving and re-entering the area. There's tons of different places you can do this. You can do this by Mauville City, you can do this by Slateport City, all kinds of different places that you can do this. I'm just doing a Little Route because I started out here and I didn't want to have to fly anywhere. But yeah, just keep doing that and you'll find them eventually. So that's Latios or Latias. Okay, now we have the final and most powerful legendary Pokemon in the game, Rayquaza. So, like Latios and Latias, you're going to have defeated the Elite Four and the Champion in order to obtain Rayquaza. You're also going to need a Mach Bike and a Pokemon with the move Surf. If you don't know how to get a Mach Bike and you have the Acro Bike, just go to Mauville City, go to the bike shop, and there you can exchange your Acro Bike for your Mach Bike. I would also recommend going ahead and catching all of the legendary Pokemon that you can before getting all of the Regis, getting either Kyogre or Groudon, and then probably Latios or Latias as well, and have them in your party, because when you're catching Rayquaza, it's extremely powerful, so you're gonna need to be able to take as many hits as possible. So once you got all that, you're gonna want to start off in Pacific Log Town here, and you're going to want to surf to the right. So once you do that, you're gonna want to stay pretty much on the top of the route for a while and just keep going right. And then do that until you get to this little opening here, and then you can surf upwards, and you get to here. And this is the Sky Pillar. This is actually what you have to climb in order to catch Rayquaza. Now, this area right here has the most powerful Pokemon in the game, like the highest level. I think they can get up to maybe level 52 or something, so you're gonna want a Pokemon to be at like you're going sorry, you're going to want a Pokemon that's at least probably level 50 in here, because most of them are around level 48 or so. I don't think there's anything less than level 48 in here, and it can be extremely, you know, like, annoying just running into Pokemon when you're trying to go on your Mach Bike over these things. So basically with these things, you have to go over them with your Mach Bike. You can't run over them, and you have to, like, basically if you stay on them for too long, you'll screw up, and you'll fall through like you saw before. So it can be pretty annoying trying to get through here. But yeah, also the Mach Bike's kind of fidgety, so yeah, right here we probably got a level 50. Yeah, I think there's like Claydol and Sableye and Banette in here. There might also be Dusclops, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, there's a lot of powerful Pokemon here. If you want to like grind for levels, this is a really good place to do it, even though you can only access it after the Elite Four, I believe. So yeah, and I might fall. I'm probably gonna fall down a couple more times trying to record this, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not perfect at this, but such is life. But anyways, yeah. And if I run into any more Pokemon, I'll probably just end up cutting them out, but whatever. So, come down here, and then right here, I believe you want to go in there. Yeah. It's kind of annoying trying to maintain your momentum when you're going across these things, but you know, yeah. You know. I might just go ahead and speed up getting through here if I do take too long, but you know. Okay, we got it. That took, honestly, like 5-10 minutes or so. That was really annoying. Alright, just go through here, go up here, and you have to land in, like, the middle, in that room that took me, like, 5 minutes or whatever. You have to land in the middle of those, little pairs of, rocks or whatever, or else just fall down to the next floor and just screw up. So, we've made it to the top, and right here is Rayquaza. So he's level 70, he has Fly, Rest, Outrage, and Extreme Speed. He's extremely powerful, very hard to catch, you know, same catch rate as all the other legendary Pokemon, but yeah, he'll use Rest on you a lot, and that's, you know, you'll chip away at his health, and then he'll use Rest. Very annoying. But yeah, so that's all the legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. That's how to find them. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this helped you find the legendary Pokemon. I don't know what else to say. I will see you all next time. Goodbye.